President Tinubu has raised the proposed 2025 budget from 49.7 trillion naira to 54.2 trillion naira, citing additional revenues generated by key government agencies. Stay tuned as we dive into some top stories shaping the world today. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10. President Donald Trump said Tuesday the United States will take control of the war-torn Gaza as he addressed reporters at the White House after talks with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over the country's conflict with Hamas. In a proposal that lacked details on how he would move out more than 2 million Palestinians over control Gaza, Trump said he would make the war-battered enclave unbelievable by removing unexploded bombs and rubbles and economically redeveloping it. At number 9, Liverpool manager Arne Slot says right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold will miss the second leg of their Carabao Cup semi-final against Tottenham on Thursday. Alexander-Arnold was substituted after 70 minutes in the Premier League win at Bournemouth on Saturday with what appeared to be the thigh injury. The Reds, who won the League Cup at last season in Georgian Klopp's final term in charge, will be aiming to overthrow at 1-0 deficit against Spurs when they host the second leg at Anfield. At number 8. The Senate has formally announced the defection of Senator Ned Nwoko, representing Delta North, from the People's Democratic Party to the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), following his recent resignation from the opposition party. Citing worsening instabilities and internal crisis within the PDP, Nwoko stated that the party's current state poses a threat to his political career, prompting his decision to switch allegiance. Thunderous chants erupted as he was escorted to the majority wing of the upper chamber. At number 7, the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu has demanded a public apology and retraction from the leader of the Northern Star, Naja'atu Mohammed, over an alleged malicious comment on TikTok video. The NSA's demand for an apology is contained in a letter addressed to the Mohammed by the lawyer of the NSA, Ahmed Raji. The letter stated that Mohammed, in the video, claimed that Ribadu had once discredited the virtue of President Bola Tinubu, the then Minister of Special Duties, Senator George Akume, and the representing Abia North in the National Assembly, Senator Orji Kalu. And at number 6, the High Court in Akwa Ibom State has sentenced Professor Ignatius Uduk of the University of UNIUYO to 3 years imprisonment for electoral fraud during the 2019 general elections. The trial judge, Justice Basi Nkanag, acquitted him on count 1 but found him guilty of counts 2 and 3. He therefore sentenced the professor to 3 years on each of these 2 counts. INEC, under Mike Ingini, as resident Electoral Commission Akwa Ibom State, had opened prosecution against Uduk on a 3-count amended charge of abandonment of duty, publishing and announcing of fake election results scores, and lying on oath. At number 5, the People's Democratic Party Board of Trustees hold an emergency meeting over the party's lingering crisis. The meeting, which is ongoing at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja, has in attendance the board's chairman, Senator Adolphus Wabara, Secretary of the board, Senator Ahmed McArfie. Others included former governors Achike Udenwa, Sam Egu, Babangida Aliyu, and Senator Ben Obi, amongst others. The report is expected to serve as a guide for the board, as the hustle for the National Secretary's office has split the party into 2. At number 4, President Bola Tinubu has departed Abuja for Paris, France. The special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday. He said the President's trip to the European country is for private purpose, adding that the visit is en route to Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital. The presidential spokesperson stated that Tinubu would arrive in Addis Ababa early next week for the African Union Summit. At number 3, the suspended traditional ruler of Orile Ifo, Oba Abdul Semiyu, Ogun, has been remanded in correctional center in the Ilaro, Ogun State, following his arraignment before the Ifo Magistrate Court. The monarch, accused of assault, was denied immediate release after failing to meet the bail conditions set by the court. Despite his plea, the presiding magistrate set bail at the substantial sum of 5 million naira with stringent conditions, requiring two sureties who must also each deposit 5 million naira. However, at the time of reporting, the monarch was unable to fulfill these bail conditions, resulting in his remand at the correctional facility in Ilaro. At number 2, the Federal Capital Territory Administration, through its Health Services and Environment Secretariat, has inaugurated the FCT National Health Fellows Selection Committee in line with the federal government's effort to recruit health fellows across the country. Recently, the federal government launched the National Health Fellows Program, led by the Nigerian Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative and sector-wide approach under the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. The program is designed to develop a new generation of healthcare leaders through strategic capacity, building professional development and impactful fieldwork. And at number 1, President Bola Tinubu has raised the proposed 2025 budget from 49.7 trillion naira to 54.2 trillion naira. Citing additional revenues generated by key government agencies, the president conveyed the budget adjustments in separate letters sent to both the Senate and the House of Representatives, which were read during the plenary today by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. According to President Tinubu, the increase was driven by 1.4 trillion naira in additional revenues from the Federal Inland Revenue Services, 1.2 trillion naira from the Nigerian Customs Services, and 1.8 trillion generated by the other government-owned agencies. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.